American people. Oh, and we find a match. Finally, don't have to talk. Oof. Yeah, I talked about it. Thanks, Almark. See you maybe later. But yeah, we have a game against PV4 here. And this is number 1 against number 3. That should be super exciting. And let's see.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Thanks for the nice streams. You owe me some culture points though.
Thank you very much for the resub, Fingers. 3 months already, really awesome. You're rocking that Newton in the chat now. I do owe you some culture points. Do I? Do I really? I wouldn't know why I would. But let's see what this game has for us. We have Pierre, finally again Pierre. Yesterday we had 3 games without Pierre. Marlene and Bach. Internet and Hollywood. Hollywood, of course, with Marlene could work. Suez Canal and Cook and Columbus. Magic Castle, Zizka, Leonardo, Colosseum, Roman Roads, and the library. He took the Engineering Genius. I think I just want to take the library then. Don't want to give him that. And then we still can take a leader. I'm not the biggest fan of Caesar in 2nd position. I could take a Shokan, Urban Growth, but I think I'll just take the library. Because I lost yesterday. Oh man. Yeah, I did lose yesterday. So if you bet on me, of course, that means you lose some culture. But that could also be your fault. You cheat me 5.798 bits if I get first place today. Oh man, now I really have high stakes. I mean, if I win this game against PV4, he's gonna lose a lot and we win a lot. So challenge accepted. But yeah, what is the rest of the plan? He doesn't get another wonder, so maybe he will take the Stonehenge. Maybe he can take that next turn. Also, we didn't write good luck and have fun yet. He did elect a leader. He goes for a Shoka, okay. We want to build that first mine, take a leader. All of these aren't that great. I mean, could go for Moses, but usually I'll definitely like Alexander more. Moses could save us 1 food right now, but yeah. In general, I'm a bigger fan of Alexander, so I'll take him. And increase population. I never mentioned Barbarossa in relation to possibly going for a colonization strategy. Welcome Dots with a good thing to say. Definitely, I guess that is could say one of my weak points. I never really see Barbarossa, and so I don't really recognize that. Saifi, thank you very much for the follow, really appreciate it, and welcome to a very balanced civilization. But yeah, Barbarossa definitely can work for colonization strategies. We have to keep that in mind if we can get a good Barbarossa game going. But in general, Barbarossa is pretty hard to use. Maybe that's not a good reason not to go for him, because if you want to play on top, you should be able to use some hard leaders. But they're definitely ones that don't require as much setup, etc. Eleanor is not in the game, but she's also very good for colonization. Like we saw in the first game yesterday, I think, was with Eleanor and a lot of territories. But yeah, Barbarossa, if you get some happy faces, if you get some food, that can be really great for colonization. Okay, he builds 2 steps. Oh, that's an early Saladin. Could just use Alexander this turn. And just go for Saladin, then we have a new leader, get the extra civil action next time we finish the library. If you don't take Saladin, then we build the lab, increase population, take urban growth. Then he can get Saladin. He will get an early Saladin, but paying 3 civil actions for Saladin also is not the greatest. But what does this urban growth do? Could not take the urban growth, but just breakthrough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he could get Saladin next turn, have that breakthrough. Yeah, all depends, but we don't have a leader, so maybe it's worth to pay these 3 civil actions. With not having a leader now, going for Saladin. Yeah, he doesn't need that as much, so if we can let Saladin stay on 2, there's also other good leaders. There is Zizka, Nostradamus, Saladin, all of them pretty good. Leonardo could work. Columbus can work nicely with James Cook as well. Yeah, if we can take him next turn. 3 civil actions is a lot. We can increase population for that. Get the breakthrough. I still like that aspect, I think. Getting some extra science. Instead of urban growth. Guess we could take urban growth and frugality. Saladin is the weakest from the available ones. I mean, I really like Saladin. He's very solid.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds. Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
A bluish bird, thank you very much for that subscription. I really appreciate it. And yeah, welcome as a leader of our awesome civilization. Really appreciate it. Very awesome. Let's see what if he probably wants to finish the Stonehenge. Could take Saladin with that, but yeah, he takes Saladin. Okay, commits early to Saladin. Has to build a warrior to not have corruption. Goes for 3 strength. There's Monarchy, Nostradamus. So what do I want to do? I mean, I probably want a leader now. I could go with Nostradamus. Could wait for Zizka, but we don't have a tactic yet. Can only spend 1 civil action on the Wonder. I would very much like the Monarchy. I could take Cultural Heritage. Yeah, but the Monarchy on 3, sadly. He could just... Hey, we'll definitely take that. Maybe I should just take that one away. Take the Monarchy. So he doesn't get a good way to spend all of the science from the Stonehenge. So early Monarchy is worth a lot to me. And then I could even just go with the Cultural Heritage. Then I can play that, go for Monarchy next turn. And finish that library. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we can maybe go for Nostradamus next turn. Those knights will become available for him, but he already committed to an tactic with those knights. I think this is fine. Maybe keeping the historic territory. It could still go for territory play. Okay, we draw a tactic as well. 2 printing presses and 2 player, no one takes it. Yeah, those printing presses are a little bit wasted. I think I would have liked it more if there were only 1 printing press and 2 dramas. Those are a little bit of dead cards. But that also, yeah, not for all. Fabian really likes to play with printing presses. So there's Iron, Engineering Geniuses. So will he go for Iron? I definitely like taking away the Monarchy. We'll definitely take that and develop it this turn. Does take the Iron. Going up to 4 resource production. Doesn't get the Knights. So we can take those. Can still go for the Scientific Breakthrough. Yeah, Scientific Breakthrough seems good. We have that extra science from the library. I can't develop the Monarchy, sadly. We need the Cultural Heritage for that. So we could just increase population with that. Rest doesn't really make a lot of sense, so using it for that, going for Cultural Heritage and Monarchy. And then I would really like to finish the library this turn, giving us no corruption. Means we skip all of these leaders, and then there's only Zizka and Columbus left. So we could also go for Nostradamus. And Barbarossa could work as well. We could go with Barbarossa. It's a nice way to spend our resources. Then there's corruption, which we could... Yeah, I don't think I want another philosophy. We don't have that much population. Yeah, but we don't have a leader. I really need a leader. We could just go with Nostradamus. Definitely go for the Monarchy. Maybe go with Nostradamus and build 1 warrior. Play the tactic as well. I don't really have to right now. I'd rather draw some cards. And then next turn we finish the library. Sadly we don't get Engineering Genius, but there's really not that much left that I would like. Yeah, this seems solid, then we can finish that here without the tactic. Can finish the library next turn finally. And then we have the Monarchy going. Not getting the Knights, maybe it's okay. And I want to draw one extra card, because I want to play Politics next turn with Nostradamus, so having one extra available, for example, yeah, with the Territory. Maybe you can commit to the Cartography. Okay, he plays Rebellion, so that's good that we know that. And we draw extra cards as well. And there we draw the Medieval Army too. He's not producing a lot of science right now. He only produces one. Got 6 extra science from the Stonehenge. But yeah, overall he has iron. Yes, iron is quite good. But next time we finish library, then we have nice science. Maybe we can grab the iron. We already have Monarchy going. Monarchy is always really solid. Extra civil and military action. So I like that aspect. Could have to grab the Knights if we want to. Because we don't have to. There's nothing strength related in here at the moment. Dark Ages probably doesn't work that nicely. Yeah, let's see first what he decides to play. If he grabs the Engineering Genius, then we get Iron for 1, which got really important, getting that Iron going for the following turn. We have 2 tactics, that's solid. We have 2 territories, so we still could go for that. There is Cook and Suez Canal. Can also maybe... There's still the drama somewhere. We could build 1 religion to avoid the rebellion. Okay, let's see, he goes with Iron, increased population, taking which land, and took the Engineering Genius as well. There's Zizka. Let's see, I could definitely not play the new deposits. And then I don't know about the Dark Ages. We have more science production. He has a lot of science right now. But I don't think I want to play the territories at the moment. I don't want to grab the cartography. What do I want to do? I want to finish the library. Maybe grab some important texts. I mean, Knights could be very important. But Iron is so as well. Maybe Iron and Swordsman. So I think I'll just play the... Could play the Dark Ages. Yeah, okay, let's go. That information is pretty crucial, so having that, hopefully that doesn't... Yeah, we still don't have any corruption. Taking Iron and the Swordsman. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 really doesn't change that much. If we take the first or the second Swordsman and taking them away from him, the possibility. And now I probably want to play this to be stronger next turn if he doesn't increase strength. Can still go for the cartography, so maybe I want to keep those territories. And this is always nice, having the medieval army available if we get early cavalrymen or something. Okay, there's a magic castle, that could be very good for him. He has the Engineering Genius. Let's see if he wants to play some politics. Then we probably can't play ourselves because of the risk of the rebellion and the Dark Ages. Also depends on if he spends science or not. If he doesn't spend any science, it could just be worth it to try to get the Dark Ages. If we hit the rebellion, then that would hurt. Okay, he plays Reign of Terror. Can't click OK right now, but that probably means he will be going for the Knights. I'm going for Knights, building 1. Get out of the range of us not being weakest because of Nostradamus. We have the 2 extra strength for being the weakest. And he opens the development of warfare, which we can use, he can use, but I don't know if he wanted that. If he wants to go for Knights, he doesn't get the Swordsman, we have them. So pretty interesting. And we have full knowledge of what is in the deck. Rebellion and Reign of Terror would be pretty crucial. Dark Ages depends really on if he spends his science. On the Knights, for example, he could take the Knights, develop them, build one. Here he does. Has medieval army as well, so he now is, yeah, the strongest, and we are also the weakest. Still, even with Nostradamus. So probably don't want to play anything. Go for the extra warrior. I really want the Himeji Castle, even though it's expensive. Still want them. And I don't want to be weaker for the Reign of Terror. So one thing we could do, I mean, we could also grab the Bread and Circuses instead, build that to avoid the rebellion, and then we're stronger. There is Pierre, so having the Bread and Circuses already is quite nice. And yeah, we could grab the irrigation. And yes, there, yeah, maybe irrigation is not bad. He has a lot of resources. So you will definitely like the Himeji Castle. He can grab that for 2 and finish it with the Engineering Genius. It will be very, very good for him. So I think I have to take that one away. You also have to play quite fast here. It's expensive to go for this. And then probably also want to go for the Swordsman to not be weakest. Yeah, I think this makes sense. Yeah, tough. Very tough, but I didn't want to give him the Himeji Castle. Strength seems to matter quite a bit. And now he also, a rebellion would hit like a truck. We would lose 4 civil actions, but he also would lose 2, so that makes it a little bit better. Let's see, he could go for Bread and Circuses. And then we have an awkward position where we don't know where we get our happy faces from. Yeah, the Bread and Circuses would have been pretty nice as well, especially with that rebellion. Okay, can also finish the St. Pete's, but that means we get the Bread and Circuses. We could risk it now. That is quite the risk. Dark Ages would be bad for him a little bit. Reign of Terror would be bad for him. Scientific Breakthrough would be good for us. There's only the Rebellion that would really, really hurt us. Because we can take the Bread and Circus and build one. Maybe it's not worth the risk to play anything. Even though we are Nostradamus, we really want to play something. On the other hand, we only have territories. He has the cartography. So I think this will have to do. And then we can take the breakthrough. All the irrigation. He does get 1 extra population. That's pretty nice for him. But I don't want to give him the breakthrough. He's very limited by science. So I think this will have to do, which is kind of tricky. I think I'll do that. Get rid of the territories. He has cartography. Don't really need them, to be honest. Okay, he plays another territory. Let's see what he opens. It would have been the Rebellion, so pretty good that we didn't play anything. So not worth the risk in this position. So Dark Ages, Reign of Terror, Scientific Breakthrough. I mean, that could be nice if we open the Scientific Breakthrough and he plays a card as well and opens the Dark Ages and loses a lot. It's also going to be interesting if he grabs the Cornmont for 3. If not, then we could do that. Take it away from him. The next step will be going for the iron. Go for the iron and upgrade 2 times to have enough resources to yeah, really be able to go for that Himeji Castle. Of course, what would be best is if we get the Engineering Genius for the Himeji Castle, but still getting the iron going is always very helpful in basically all positions. He could go for something like Robespierre and Cornmon next turn. So I definitely think I should grab the Cornmon away from him. Let's see. Yeah, it really sucks that he gets one more population out. That is not really good. He can just increase population and build a knight if he really wants to be the strongest. Does know that the Reign of Terror is in there, which would really hurt us. I mean, at least we have one free population, which we honestly could just put into the agriculture, get a little bit more food. But not now. Now we go for the iron to get those resources for the Magic Castle, for the upgrades from warriors to swordsmen. But yeah, really close match. I don't know which position I like more. Probably his, to be honest. He already has his wonder finished. He has a lot of resources because of his early iron. He has pretty solid military. We have more science production for now. We both don't have any food. Yeah, it's a tough one to call. Yeah, he grabs Cornmon, makes a lot of sense. Maybe next turn he goes for Robespierre. But he also goes for another knight, really wants to be strongest. But I think I still play something. Reign of Terror wouldn't even be too bad. Let's play the Crime Wave. Open the Reign of Terror, of course. That was the worst one, but at least we get that back next turn with that extra food. And I don't know, maybe grab the Breakthrough or the Fusion Upgrade. Both of them pretty important. But he's really limited in science, so maybe the Breakthrough is more important. We also only have 3 science production, so that one seems like the more important card of those two. And the rest isn't really that important. Yeah, I'll go with that. Get rid of these aggressions. We can defend. And let's hope that he plays something. And that he gets the Dark Ages. Plays Economic Progress. Okay, that's... Again, we can't click the OK. We'd have to wait for that to go away. But Economic Progress is nice to know. Let's see if we will go for Irrigation, if we can go for Selective Breeding maybe. There's the Engineering Genius. We definitely want that one for the Magic Castle. And yes, there are Dark Ages. He loses 3 science, we lose 2. He could just still go with the Republic, with the Conmon Revolution. I mean, we also lost 2 science, but I think he needs the science more than we do. But I wouldn't be surprised to just see the Conmon Revolution or pick him up, see him pick up Robespierre and go for that revolution. Yeah, probably that is more likely. If he just goes with the normal revolution, he doesn't get the cannons. So Robespierre and Conmon seems pretty likely. And he has a lot of civil actions, can grab the cannons. Yeah. Kremlin will probably be quite nice for him. I'm gonna see if he can grab that next turn, but he has the St. Peter's Basilica, so he has a lot of happy faces, so then the extra, or the -1 happy face from the Kremlin isn't as bad. And he has a lot of resources, and with a lot of resources you want to find a way to spend those. See, we did draw a tactic, the defensive army. That's a really good army for us, because we have the swordsmen. Just need the cannons and we can just grab them. For the leaders, I don't know for sure which ones we want. Could go for Catherine for the culture and the military action. Because the rest is kinda meh. Maria Theresa, we don't have the food to get any population out. Shakespeare doesn't work. Bach is of course pretty strong. But we did skip, yeah, one opera, only one left, so pretty tricky. Okay, goes for that. Goes for a Republic Revolution actually. Very interesting. Very interesting, and he doesn't want the Conman because he wants extra science. Yeah, pretty interesting. Let's play the Civil Unrest. There's scientific breakthrough on top. Yeah, maybe get that out before he increases his science production at all. And then Nostradamus, so I want to play something, I think. Yeah, scientific breakthrough. I really want the Engineering Genius. I want cannons and Catherine. And then we could just... I mean, you can spend one resource on the Swordsman to get rid of the corruption. Nothing here depends on strength. I guess Crime Wave does. But that doesn't really count, I think. We can... Yeah, we can just grip the efficient upgrade. All the reserves for extra food. Selective breeding is also really, really important. We could just try to grab that one. But yeah, we need a lot. I mean, yes, we could go with these cards. If we even want Catherine. Then we can finish the Magic Castle next turn. Could also not grab Catherine, but the efficient upgrade instead. Then we can go for the Magic Castle next turn, and with the efficient upgrade, upgrade Bronze to Iron. There might be coming the Economic Progress immediately, so upgrading that wouldn't be bad. But we need the cannons, we probably need the selective breeding, and then efficient upgrade to get that selective breeding cheaper. Don't get the Engineering Genius sadly, but I can't have it that he denies us selective breeding, and he would easily do that with all of his civil actions. So I think we'll have to do this. Keep the tactic, keep the colonization cards, because there is one colony coming, the Inhabited Territory 2. So let's see where he wants to spend his resources. If he wants to grab the Kremlin, that will be quite nice for him. I think he might just do that, grab that, finish it this turn. Gives him even more culture production, even more civil actions, and especially the military actions, which he really, really needs. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that. The science is still lacking a lot, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him grab selective scientific method. Yeah, he does. A lot of culture production now. Skip politics for now, I think. Finish that Magic Castle. I guess we don't have to go for the selective breeding this time. We can upgrade this with the efficient upgrade. That's pretty nice for the economic progress. So is increasing population because of corruption. Yeah, that will help with corruption, because like this we produce resources, and then if the economic progress comes up we don't produce as much. And then for the last one, do we need scientific method? Only for Bill Gates. And we have a lot of science with the breakthrough. Patriotism could be better. Yeah, maybe just the patriotism. Next time we hope to get, I guess Maria Theresa will the one we might be going for now. Or Bach, but we don't get the opera. Yeah, not getting Catherine hurts a lot. But yeah, that was our decision. Still want to keep these defend cards for the colony that might be coming. And this tactic at least is very nice that we have that already. And another one as well. Freedom of movement. Let's see what he opens. Economic progress. So yeah, because of that we produce a lot of resources now. Have that in the bank. That's quite nice. There's strategy. He probably would like strategy. We would really like the justice system. Definitely be a fan of that, grabbing justice system to get more civil actions. Or navigation. I mean, he didn't commit to his cartography yet, so that inhabited territory could be ours. But all pretty undecided up to this point. Can playing off a scientific method this turn. That's, yeah, what he does, exactly. Grab strategy and navigation. Yeah, the navigation I guess makes sense, but still very expensive. There's Bach at least. I definitely think the justice system will be quite good. So we'll select the breeding. Honestly, we could just lose the civil action from losing Nostradamus here. Don't really need him for anything. So upgrading this turn is more important. And then building one of these spreading circuses, because there is civil unrest coming and the end of the age is nearing. So I think I like that. That we get extra happy faces to not lose our population to the civil unrest, or lose the culture to the civil unrest. And I mean, we have the Magic Castle, we have a tactic, we have pretty nice resources. We have nationalism, would be really great. I don't think we can sneak that in, can we? Definitely need the selective breeding out this turn. If we go only for one, yeah, doesn't work that nicely. Guess we don't get the wave. Yeah, especially with that happy face. We need that at some point, so just go for it now before the civil unrest hurts us. Now we have to get rid of these H1 cards, or we will be discarding them, but at least we do have the colonization cards from H2. Hey, Shadow Knight. Welcome. And yeah, the first game is underway. It's against PV4, so rank 1 against rank 3. And yeah, in general, I would say pretty close, but he probably has the better position here. Yeah, he probably has the better position. And he opens Crime Wave, using 3 culture. I mean, yeah, we do have pretty nice food now, but there was no International Red Cross to use that to maximum effect. If you get an early Pierre, that this game could change a lot. If you get computers and Bill Gates, that could change a lot as well. Yeah, you can do the bets next game. Not a lot of people were here when we had reached the H2 of this, so I didn't do bets for this game, but next game definitely could use some bets. So nice that you're here now, you can take that. Which rank? P4 is on rank 1 and I'm on rank 3 in the TTAPusle. We're playing this through TTAPusle, which is a new matchmaking system for Through the Ages. If you haven't heard of that, definitely check it out. It's a ladder, basically a live Super Blitz 1 versus 1 ladder that has been gaining a lot of track recently. A lot of people play it. Okay, he goes for navigation. One religion to not have corruption. Builds another iron. Interesting. Wave, revolution. He has so many civil actions from that Republic and the Kremlin. There's Marlene, but Marlene doesn't work for us. Neither does Mandela, really. Civil unrest and inhabited territory. Yes, with an ELO system, you're gonna see that after this game we're gonna go back to TTAPusle and then we can take a look at that again. But it has an ELO system and not only the experience gain in the app. Yes, quite a culture lead now. Yeah, it's looking tough. We could go for the strategic territory. Civil unrest. A civil unrest would have been a lot nicer than the crime wave, but can't choose that. Could go with... Yeah, let's play the territory. Could even go with the satellites. Civil unrest comes not the best moment, but it could go for the satellites now. We know that the inhabited territory is on top. We just played another territory. That is almost all of our science. Which might mean we have to grab the revolutionary idea here. That could be nice. We really lack some military actions if we really want to go for wars. Could also go for Myriad Research. She also gives science, so there's that. Increase population. I guess she gives a lot of science, especially if we win that inhabited territory. We get back 2 science immediately. So just trying to go with her. She can give extra resources for the cannons, etc. So this doesn't look too shabby. I don't think we will be going for the Napoleonic army. We skip cavalrymen and, yeah, both cavalrymen actually. National Pride can also go away. If you play through TTAPusle, does it also affect your in-game experience? Yes, you gain the normal experience. It's just a normal game in the app. Okay, there's the inhabited territory. We can easily bid 8 or 12 even. We could also just bid 10. But I think I would bid 12 here, especially with the knowledge of Maria Theresa. Oof. Oof. He bets 12 plus. At least we hope to make it really, really expensive for him, but we don't. Just gets it for one night. Maria's great with inhabited territory, yes. I don't think we could have bid more. I guess we could have sent both swordsmen. Yeah, that could have worked, but we don't really have that many military actions, so I didn't want to do that. This game is tough, it's chaos management from the start. Yeah, he went for a lot of strength early, and we knew that he played Reign of Terror. We were forced into a little bit of military, and he was able to get that iron going pretty early, which gave him a lot. But we still have some tricks up our sleeve. We have that defensive army. Could grab the computers next turn or something, but yeah, it seems like he's running away with the game a little bit. But it's still relatively close as far as culture goes. But yeah, he now has the science. He will be taking away the revolutionary idea. We do have a lot of resources. He also does. Can use Wave of Nationalism now. It depends on if he has a tactic. He didn't draw that many cards. Communism Revolution. Now the problem always is that it needs 2 turns to set that up. 1 to take it and then just... What do you mean him? I don't think he will do that, but... We even theoretically could. But yeah, us taking that and then not getting 1 whole turn. Yeah, I guess the civil and military actions would be quite nice. If we can set that up so we can go for cannons and spend our military actions efficiently, it could be nice, but I don't think there's a really good way right now. Still, if we get Pierre, we all of a sudden have a lot of culture production. And he's not looking too scary right now. I mean, he has cannons and riflemen in hand. But he doesn't have Napoleonic army, we had that one. So he doesn't have the scariest tactics available. The classic army always is a little bit scary. So let's see. Taking a lot of his time early in the age, but we also took some. But H3, of course, can often be, yeah, quite important how you spend your time. If you spend that too early on some, yeah, in retrospect, really unimportant decisions, like I have done often enough, then that can definitely come back to hurt you. If you have to go for some big calculations where the wars could be, we already have the hybrid war that could be interesting. But these computers are not looking too bad. We have the resources for that. We can increase population. Maybe spend a couple of resources somewhere and then go for computers in the following turn. Maybe even grab the urban growth. Now I like it that we have that strategic territory in there. He just spent 3 colonization cards on that territory. He's taking a long time. Hopefully he's not... I mean, I guess he definitely is still here, but he doesn't have as many colonization cards now anymore. Bit of industry. Guess we could just have to play that next turn. Okay, takes Mandela. Interesting. Just grab professional sports as well. Okay. There's a lot of culture faction now. I guess I play the Ambit of Industry. Now there's Revolutionary Idea, 2 of them, actually. Don't think we can really set up for a war. We don't have the military actions. Especially we don't have the science for cannons and revolution and military theory. So probably going for Ambit of Industry now. Emigration doesn't hit us at least. Could go for one swordsman, that is free. Go for another one like this. Maybe go for those computers, revolutionary urban growth and the military theory. Doesn't really seem like the winning play, but I don't see anything else. We can go for computers next turn, have the urban growth. Then we have some nice science. We have one war that could work already. And we can't go for more culture production from somewhere right now. So I definitely wanted the revolutionary idea. Computers, yeah, that would allow us to go for Bill Gates. He could be, yeah, quite important here. Yeah, I want to keep the colonization cards, keep the good war, even though hybrid war doesn't really work against him nicely because he has pro sports, but still better than no war. And then I definitely have to keep the defensive army. Only drawing one card hurts a bit. We have 18 resources. Ambit of Competition, also not going to be good against him. There's Bill Gates though. Oh, and we draw extra cards. That is really, really nice. We don't have the best draw. Positional army doesn't work right now. And no war of a culture, but still pretty nice. There's an Bill Gates. So we can go for Bill Gates and computers next turn. So maybe there's hope. We have 40 culture, he has 60, so it's also not like he's too far away. The problem, of course, is that he's producing 13 and we only produce 3. But a big war, of course, can change that. And then getting Bill Gates will be quite nice. Our hand is not full, right? No, it's not. We can just grab Bill Gates, go for computers, upgrade both, or even build one right off the bat. Okay, grabs fast food chains, goes for rifleman. There's the other Air Force. He took the first one, so that becomes available for us. Could skip the politics, could go for the strategic territory, drawing even more cards. Rid of colonies could be nice. I think I'll just play that. Even though, maybe we want to wait with that. Let's see first what we want to do. We want to go for Bill Gates. Computers. I would like to build one like this. Upgrade the others. And then we could go with fundamentalism. Or we don't need to. If we want to go for a war, we have the cannons, military theory that we can go for. Which is still going to be quite hard. We could also go with democracy. Can go for that next turn with the revolutionary idea. Go for democracy. There's still internet will be gone, but United Nations is not going to be that good. And then there's the left Hollywood, which also doesn't really work. I don't really see a way to win besides the military, to be honest. And then if we get the strategic territory, we could... Yeah, I think I want to play something here. Play the Ambit of Colonies. Not good right now, but we're gonna win the strategic territory, I feel like, with 13 and him just spending almost all of his colonization cards, we should be able to win that. And if not, then he has to send so much away that wars should be an option for us. So 11, that's quite good. Giving one card. And there's a war, the War of a Culture. So definitely want to go for Bill Gates. Computers. So do we go for? We could also rebuild the warrior for free. And we can actually even go with increased population with Maria Theresa here before we go for the computers. And then upgrading makes a lot of sense as well, I think. And rebuilding the warrior. And then we have enough next turn for military theory and cannons. And we still have the magic castle. The freedom of movement could be nice to put one from the iron into computers, something like that. Not taking a lot of cards makes a lot of sense. We just got 12 resource production, so I like that. Keep this tactic definitely. Can get rid of the war. And then there's no colony left, so I can get rid of the defend cards. Some of these aggressions. Input of competition. Input of culture could be won by us, but pretty unlikely. This tactic can be gone. Maybe I want to keep this one. We have to discard a lot of cards. So we keep the war. This army could be useful, the other army will be useful, and we can only keep 4 cards. So one other is the aggression. One aggression could be nice. And the rest doesn't really seem that important. So I think, yeah, discard the right ones. Input of strength, that is a good draw. That is a really, really good draw. He does have enough for air forces, so he's pretty prepared for a war. The nations could actually be good. We could grab that and finish it, evaluating the input of strength. If we get stronger, like with military theory, so if he doesn't go for a lot of strength, it could be an alternative. We could of course also go for the war next turn, and then with military theory, cannons and air forces. Takes patriotism, yeah, he knows what's coming. Goes to strategy. Urban growth. Yeah, he can defend. He has a lot of resources as well. He takes a lot of cards, down to 9. Let's see if we can go for a war first. Go for the military theory, go for the cannon, build 1 cannon, build another one. The tactic, 42. Yeah, that's not enough by a long shot. That is not enough. Next time we can go with air forces as well, then we have 2 air forces. So I think this turn we have to play the input of strength, also getting out the freedom of movement. Maybe a little bit too early, but we can put an iron into computers, something like that. Problem of course being that we played input of industry. That one hurts. Still have to play that. He will end the age, yeah, but we can still declare war, even if he ends the age. And we can still go for the war next turn. Freedom of movement. So I mean, yeah, the iron into computers seems pretty good. The rest really doesn't make that much sense. Sadly, we don't have the cannons yet, or that could be nice, but yeah, maybe putting that into computers. Go for military theory, go for cannon. Have to grab the air forces. And then next time we could declare the war, build a cannon. I guess we definitely play the tactic. So next time we could then declare the war, go for 1 cannon and 2 air forces. Do we have enough for that? Yes, we do with 20. That's 14 plus 5. So we will have enough resources and military actions. Modern infantry. Yeah, the problem is we can't go for air forces and modern infantry, and those are a lot of upgrades that we would need to make. I don't think, I mean, we have some time to think about the math, but modern infantry, we can upgrade 4 swordsmen and still build 3 cannons to have more from the tactic. So that is, yeah, the problem is then military actions, I guess. Because, yeah, that only becomes good if we have 2 of those tactics. Where we need a lot of population and 3 cannons and 4 upgrades from the swordsman. Probably not possible, so I think I'd rather go for movies as a backup. And I guess I could play with patriotism. Engineering genius, or engineering I can't go for really. I mean, I could. We still have 2 more turns, we could go for a lot of movies. I did discard the Image of Culture, sadly. Shouldn't have done that. That is always good in second position. If I kept that instead of the aggression, I think that would have been worth it. If we want to go for the movies. Patriotism, don't really need that one. We have enough resources next turn for the 2 armies and 2 air forces, right? Yes, we do. So I think this is good. Hope for another good impact. Another war doesn't really work. Input of technology, that is a nice one. And industry is early, okay, 8 against 4. Yeah, that's better for him, of course, but still. So he has quite a big lead. We don't get a wonder, but I couldn't also grab Hollywood, and that is the last one, sadly. Could go for some movies. We do have Input of Variety as well as Input of Technology. Let's see first how he plays his turn, and then we can calculate the war if we can go for that. But especially if he grabs military buildup, we will have enough resources. He has cannons, but we have the positional armies, so we know that he can't go for that one. He doesn't have an H2 card in hand, so he only could have H3 military tactics. Yeah, the war could be hard to get that one off. Also means we have to delete all of our iron, but the iron we can delete that now. Image of Harmony could be bad then, but yeah, with the indirect industry coming out earlier, that is definitely good for us. So yeah, next turn just gonna see if we can go for the war or not. With 2 air forces and a cannon, we will have 13 from the units and 12, 16, no, 18 from the tactic. So that's a lot that we get. And we still have the Magic Castle for 5 extra strength if we sacrifice the Air Force. Also could deny him the fast food chains. Actually, definitely it is nice for this war. The patriotism will be gone if he ends the age, and he definitely will. We have to delete some stuff, but yeah, we can delete both irons. That is no problem, I think. We can increase population once, but if the end of the age comes out, then yeah, we need more happy faces. And I think if he really wants to, he could have more strength than us. But it could also be quite tricky for him. The question is if it's gonna be enough. I probably should try to do that. Doesn't have that much time left, but he gets new reserve time for his next turn. So just needs to make a decision for this turn. He has 80 seconds left. So what do you guys think? Do we have any chance? Okay, he goes for rockets. Oh, right. He will be copying our tactic because we had to reveal the tactic. He will now be copying that next turn, which costs him 2 military actions, but he has patriotism in hand. He can go for air forces, and with the military build-up, reserves, patriotism, he has so much strength that he probably can go for 2 air forces and another rocket. 2 air forces, 1 rocket, copy the tactic. Yeah, sucks. So let's see what we can do with this. So I don't think this is an option. I'll go. Yeah, let's just see how much strength we get first. So 64. He can develop the air forces. He has enough civil actions. He has, with the military buildup, another 8 resources. So he's at 19 plus 4, 20. Yeah, he has enough for 2 air forces and a rocket. And 2 air forces and a rocket means more strength than us. Yeah, by a lot, so we can't go for that war. Sad, pretty sad, but yeah, he prepared pretty nicely. And then there's no chance for us. He's also stronger right now for the Emblem of Strength, so we probably can't play something here. Can go for movies. One movies, go for Endowment of the Arts. And then at least the input of technology will be quite nice. We get 2 more technologies. He only gets 1. And then we could go for modern infantry as well if we need to go air forces and modern infantry. Yeah, he can at 67. He could win the war if he has 67, but everything matches that would be enough. That probably also means he doesn't finish fast food chains like this. He will be finishing fast food chains, so it might actually be better. We also don't get that much culture out of the movies or anything. And especially can get stronger for the Emblem of Strength. So let's calculate that completely. He goes for air forces and a rocket that's 15. So he has 49. He copies the tactic. Loses 4 strength. 49, 45. And gets another 4 times the defensive army, so that's 24. So what did we have? 45, 65, 69. I think he can do 69 even. And that is if he spends 2 on the tactic, 3 on the units, then he even has 1 extra military action. So I don't think we can win. Because he has 19 resources. Can just with the urban growth go for 1 professional sports. Exactly, Jakub. 15 from the units, 2 tactics, 16 minus 4. And so he's 30 minus, because he gets minus 4. And then plus 31. Oh, he gets 3 tactics. Gets the defensive army 3 times. So 24, not 16. Because he gets the air forces. So you will be getting 24 from the tactics. So 24 plus... yeah, 24 plus 15. So I think 69 was right. And then you think he can also build 1 pro sports for another 4 strength. So I don't think we can go for that. Yeah, I don't think the war is an option. It just prepared too nicely. Which means he will be finishing his fast food chains. He gets... maybe he can compete for the input of strength, but probably not both. And yes, he gets military build-up. but he would have to delete population to go for more strength. I guess he can just copy the tactic. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. And the import technology will be quite good for us at least. And we get 9 from the computers, thanks to Bill Gates. Yeah, but overall I don't think it will be enough. He just produced too much with his 2 wonders. The same pizza and Kremlin that he got because of his early iron, so yeah, pretty nicely shown the get early culture first. I guess he also got a lot from Mandela. That's definitely not that good for us that we couldn't get any cultural action in the middle game. I think Bill Gates made it yeah, a little bit closer again. Definitely was quite good for us. We also still get the Endowment of the Arts. And yeah, the civil actions that he had, he used Robespierre quite nicely. King of 1F was copy that. Oh, he can go for 56. Finish the fast food chains as well. Go for 1 religion. Yeah, we definitely still have to play that Input of Technology, and after that maybe get stronger than him, but we have to play this. This is just too much. I mean, yeah, we can go for this probably. Yeah, this is already enough. So we can get stronger than him, but I still need to play the Input of Technology if I want to have any chances at winning this. And hope it's not Input of Strength. Input of Colonies, that's good at least. Keeps some hope up, but yeah, not much. Go for Endowment. Maybe Modern Infantry. This is not enough, sadly. So I guess we need to go for the Air Force. .53, also not enough, so also Modern Infantry. Which means you don't get another movies. Which I think is right. Can't go for another movies. Was there any other way to get more strength? Yeah, we need the air forces, so developing those. And 1 is not enough. So also need the modern infantry, at least 1, and then we have 4 resources left. Can't really do anything with that. Go for the endowment. Put it into team sports rather than the modern infantry. And we can only build 1 bread and circus. That's only 1 strength. Is that enough? I don't think so, right? We have 53. Also, we don't. Yeah, I guess for happiness, that could be nice. Yeah, I think this is just the best. I mean, we don't need to upgrade this because there's no bit of competition, but yeah, still. I don't think there's more to do than this. Get stronger, win the Input of Strength, and get a lot from the Input of Technology. I think overall that's it. Can even strength our... Oh yes, 65. Yeah, why not? Just play that. So yeah, he has a lot of culture. Big culture lead, government, 23 against 18 only, so that one is quite good for him. Input of balance, 8 for 12, that is good for us. Then input of strength, 10 for us. Technology is also gonna be quite a lot, 24. So get closer and get 9 from Bill Gates, so 188 against 154. But yeah, good game, well played by him. Another loss against PV4, so like this we can't get to rank number 1 on TTAPusle. Quite close in the end. I mean, not super close. But yeah, the lot of culture that he got from Mandela was really, really great for him, I think. That gave him a lot, also all of the civil actions. And then being prepared for the war. Nicely done by him. So yeah, congrats. Sadly we weren't able to make Bill Gates in the end worth it enough. We tried, gave our best. Guess it wasn't good enough, but yeah, that's no problem. Only the first game. And against PV4, who's a super strong player. We don't have to feel bad about that. Complete that match. See how much we lose. 22 only. That's not too harsh. I mean, it's PV4. He's on rank 1. As we can see here, PV4's on 1. We are on 3. And he has, yeah, 100 more rating than us. That is quite a lot. So only losing 22 is not too bad. I think I'm fine with that. And yeah, nothing to do but find the next match.